There's a concept we kind of ended on last time that we didn't get to explore, and it's this idea that sex is something I do that I have to prepare for. Usually, this means the woman has to prepare for, and we didn't get a chance to talk about why that concept might actually be harmful.
Right. You know, that idea is it's embedded in a lot of ideas that have been around for a while. With There's ideas of shoulds, I owe something to someone. The low desire partner feels that they owe sex being intercourse. Usually we've sort of reduced the idea of intercourse, the vernacular, to use the word sex. So the low desire partner feels like they owe, sex to the high desire partner. In Christianity, we typically think of the high desire partner as the male.
Mm-hmm.
Men often grow up with this idea in Christianity that they're, barbaric and they can't control it.
Yeah.
We had a film night last night for the Thank God for Sex site, and all three, both of the men that spoke talked about how they got that message that they were barbaric, and that women were given the responsibility to manage their sexual drives. And the women talked about how they got that message inside the Christian church, and yet that's really not how it is in everybody's marriage. That it is that way. But the low desire partner has this idea that they are supposed to prepare themselves and be, think about it all day long and prepare themselves,
Yeah.
and so that they show up to the situation because there's an expectation that they're going to have sex, and so they're going to have intercourse. So there's a behavior that's going to have to happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Intercourse is going to
Yes.
have to happen, or else it's
Yes.
not real sex,
Yes, and I was
right?
taught if you do that, you're leading him on. So he ends up feeling like all this sexual energy, and he has a hard on, and you've left him hanging.
Right. So there is even this idea, and I've had so many people say, I can't, if I hug him in the kitchen, so I'm going to just go with this idea that the high desire partner is the man and the low desire partner is the woman. And that's not always the case, but let me go with that because I think women often, I'll hear that from women, although it's not always the case. But I won't even hug him in the kitchen because if I do, then I'm leading him on. He'll expect that then that is going to mean that something's going to happen later. So I won't even do that. So they'll even withdraw touching each other, during the day or whatever. So there is this idea that I have to prepare. And so what we were talking about last time was this way of showing up to each other authentically. And so I don't ascribe to this idea that you prepare yourself because even that isn't authentic. So rather, however you are, when you are finally alone together, that at the end of the day, you show up to each other authentically and honestly